Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mike's World Live. I hope everybody's having a good New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año el felicidad. You know what I mean? I hope everybody's having a good one. Uh, really just starting my night. It's not going to be a long live or anything. Just a quick tap in like I usually do. Do. Not a tap out, a tap in. You know, um, Niners took the game today. What you know about that? I think it's our year. So another bowl, though. From the salad bowl to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? That's what I see. I see another ring in the near future. You guys got to remember something right about the 49ers, right? I want to lay something down for you guys, right? So I was a Niner fan back in the day. Back in the days when they had Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. You know what I mean? Came up on guys like Ronnie Lott. I don't know if you guys know the story but with the safety Ronnie Lott, he told him just cut my finger off so I can play. The baddest of the bad. So that's why my grandma actually had a football signed by Joe Montana, the one and only. So that's why I'm just thought I'd throw that in there as a topic of conversation. That's a good way to end out the year for the Niners. If you guys are 49ers fans, so you got to remember something. My family's from Central Valley, California. And then I moved to New Mexico, Nuevo Mexico at a young age. So if you know anything about New Mexico, you know we don't have a team. So usually the way we get our teams in New Mexico is it's either Denver, because the Broncos are, Denver's right above, or Dallas, because Dallas is just to the right. Or if you have a family team, your uncles like the Dolphins or whatever, your cousins like the Packers, then maybe that's like, you embrace that team. But keep it real, in New Mexico, you got to have a different reason or a different route to have a team. Me personally, like I said, Frisco was the Bay Area, Salinas is where I was born. So we've been Niners fans for generations. You know what I mean? Since it was 3Com Park, Candlestick Park. I remember all the fucking different shit it was before, But anyway, that was just one thing I noticed. I myself in the mirror right here, kind of looking at yourself in the mirror on the damn live, and I noticed that I was wearing Niners shit. We took our win today, going to the playoffs. Shout out to Niners. But anyway, what else do we got? You guys seen that video, Flacco's video? That shit was funny. I want to say he got ran through the dirt, but not really. They just basically gave, what up? Hey, Mile High salute. We got Colorado and Texas in the house. Funny, I just mentioned that. I was just saying how I've been a Niners fan, right? My dad's was a Niners fan since Ronnie Lott, since Joe Montana, when they hit all them Super Bowls. And if it's like going to the casino, right? If you've ever had a team that hit super good Super Bowls, you know what I'm talking about, Mile High, because you guys had Elway, you guys had some beautiful times too. So if you've ever had a team, hey, good vibes, tribes. All right, Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year's, all my brothers in here. Made masking, shout out. So anybody who's ever had a team that had a pretty good, decent streak with wins, it's kind of like going to the casino and hitting on a machine. It's happened once, you're addicted. You always strive to have that season again, where you just cheer it on and get that ring again. You know what I mean? That Super Bowl ring. It's like addicting. And I remember when it was the 80s, early 90s, we got it like 3 years in a row, which ain't easy. And I know for sure Broncos got it back to back in their time. But for sure, everybody, main thing. That was the main message when I jumped on here, is to make sure and say a Happy New Year. I'm bad with communication. I want to say that now. That's why YouTube's hard for me, because you got to stay good on the algorithm. You got to stay on it. You want to stay up with the he said, she said. You want to stay on what do they call it? Be consistent. And I'm not good with communication. I'm one of them dudes. I haven't talked to some of my best friends in years. Don't text family all the time. Like, I'm a distant kind of person. I'm what do you call it? Pretty to myself. which makes the YouTube shit kind of hard for me because I'm like I didn't post nothing on Christmas. So for everyone I missed, like I said, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys had a good one with your family. I was kicking it with my family, for the days leading up until then. So if I missed you on Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, hope you had a good one. That's all I would just say. Happy holidays, period. It's that time of the year. I'm bad. I'm bad with keeping up with people, communications with my checking in with my folks and even with my own family. So for the people I missed out there, here I am. Happy New Year's, you guys. And if anyone, I know I've had a few questions. I will be using that bozo route. A lot of people think he's a bozo. A lot of people like him. Whatever. I'm gonna be setting up some interviews coming up soon. So make sure you guys tap in. I'll make sure and Poppy Pets. Happy New Year, my man. Hey, I still remember the name from that. Hey, McDonald's. Hey, yeah, I'll probably never forget that. I sat there laughing like a clown all over my phone with that comment, that McDonald's crack pipe comment. That shit was funny. Hey, disgruntled customer, $20 a meal, right? Hey, for real. Last time I went, like a few months back, I think I went to get McDonald's breakfast, and I got 4 kids, right? That shit ran me $150. I was thinking to myself, like, this shit ain't happening again. I mean, damn, let's be real, people. If you're going to take a couple kids out for breakfast at what's supposed to be quick, easy, fast food, right? And it costs the same as it's sitting down, $20 a plate, fuck, go sit down. Enjoy Denny's, IHOPs. Fuck McDonald's. Like, I'm done with them at $22, $25 a fucking bacon cheese. A bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit is the same as a cheeseburger nowadays. What happened to convenience? The whole thing about McDonald's and fast food restaurants was you check in, it's a quick thing, it's cheap ass food. Hey, and a little fucking rock, man. Damn, you know what I mean? On the corners nowadays, you get triple what they're giving, what that was in that people. If you guys know me, I'm always like to laugh. One thing, if there's anything I would say in this, in this little Happy New Year live, it's laugh as much as you can. Make a joke out of the things you don't think you can joke on. If you're because to be honest, I mean, I don't want to put nobody down. I don't like to scare people or anything like that. Say I'm depressed or nothing like that. But realistically, very few people wake up in the morning that passed away and said, "Check it out, I'm probably gonna die today." Especially if they're younger, our ages, 30s, 40s, 50s. You know what I mean? No, in other words, you really don't know if you're gonna be around tomorrow. The best way to remedy that, like I always say, the best way to beat death, the best way, most definite, my man. So check it out. What was I saying? Oh yeah, for sure. Got many of ties to Hawaii. Nay, Hawaii, wee. Hawaii, wee. That's funny. Yeah, my kids are Hawaiian, half Hawaiian. We call them Hawaii Kano because look, they got that Chicano. Can't beat it. Look at me. I always tell my kids, don't matter where you was born, don't forget that you got that Cali blood running through your roots. Yeah, you lived in New Mexico. Yeah, I was brought up in New Mexico. Yeah, we lived many a place, but don't forget that. You know what I mean? That my grandpa's grandpa died in a chair in East Salinas. You know what I mean? So remember where your roots are from, boy. You got them deep, that Khalifa roots. But my son was born in Albuquerque, one of them. You know what I mean? My other one's born in Hawaii. I laugh out loud, Hawaii Kano. That's cool. You know what's crazy though? That's like an actual term in Hawaii because there's a lot of Mexicans they come to because there's a lot of construction, right? They're always building what do you call it? Like housing, of course, but they're always building big hotels and building upwards. And we all know where construction is. You can't find construction without finding a Mexican in here. You know what I mean? And so it became a term. They actually started, starting up some restaurants and having little neighborhoods, and they started calling them Hawaii Kanos. It sounds funny, but I didn't make that up. There's actually a restaurant, Acevedo's Hawaii Kano food, where they actually serve enchiladas with Hawaiian food, like with laos and shit like that. It's like if you guys know what fusion food is, it's kind of like fusion type shit, but it's firme. What does aloha mean? Aloha means many meanings. Aloha means hello. Aloha means goodbye. Aloha means like what's up. Aloha means thank you. Aloha can just mean like right on, like aloha, like hey, what like orale. In our language, we say orale, right? They say aloha. For real, aloha. You know what I mean? Orale, same thing. Just like you can say orale for 100 things in Spanish, right? Hey, how you guys doing? Orale. Hey, I'm out of here. Orale. Hey, what do you want? Some food? Orale. Right? You know what's crazy though? Hello, adios, aloha, almost all spelled the same letters. That's crazy, JC. Pretty same story. I'm well, was born. That's where I always get confused. What do you guys think I should say? If I was born in Cali, left at 6 years old, but was raised up until I was 19 in New Mexico, am I from New Mexico or am I from Cali? Good question. I'll let you guys answer. What would you guys say? Well, what should I say? You know, because like I claim both. He says put on north side XIV Street. Orale. That's right on me. That's cool. You know what I mean? I don't bang up in here, like I've said to many people. I used to do my thing. Hey, E-Visions, I didn't even see you up there. Salute, E-Visions. Hey, I still watch your shit, bro. Still do. I was just watching your video about I watched your video about how you was gonna take a break. Oh, that's the thing though. I was once from a hood, but I didn't get removed, or this is a conversation I always have with people. Or ranked out, or many things like you call it like that. I actually just on my own had a job, moved out the neighborhood, and just sort of separated. Okay, hold on, Boondock. See, that's what I say. I don't do videos about Cali. I don't do videos about where I was born in Salinas, because I don't feel like I have the right to talk on it. I do. If you notice my videos, I always go Burke. My videos I do mostly are like profiles from New Mexico and shit, because I feel like that's where I got my game. You know, once you start strolling, wherever you packed your first gat, bone your first chick, slung your first sack, right? Right? Oh yeah, Simone, Boondock. I did. I banged with a lot of fun neighborhoods. Really, that's one thing about Burke. Nobody don't get along with nobody. You go at it with Sanjo boys. You go at it with Barelas. Barelas goes at it with everybody. There is no alliances, really. Good vibes tribe. For real though. That's one of the things, I trip out. I always trip out on people. Like, I don't want to talk down on them, but I trip out on people that say they've always lived in one city for their whole lives. Let me explain. Let me explain why. I guess it would be cool to be like, oh, your grandfather's grandpa went to that school and lived in the same neighborhood. It will give you a feeling of community, I suppose. But here's the only reason why I trip out on that, and I'll tell you why. Because all the different people that I've met living on the islands, living in New Mexico, rurally, the people I met living in the hills, hunters, rancheros, you know what I mean, their way of living, sleeping on the ground, you know what I mean, in the pastures, and getting up, drinking coffee, like things I would have never seen if I'd had only, like, let's say, lived in Salinas. I probably would have just went straight to prison. I would have probably been there, raised there, never left that little city, got all into the shit going on there, and got locked up or dead. I just picture all the things that all the different people I met, the Samoans, the Hawaiians, you know what I mean, the different Spanish. I say Spanish because if you know New Mexico, a lot of them don't claim Mexican, because a lot of the conquistadors, like if you know Albuquerque or Burque, you would know that the symbol, the Albuquerque Duke, they call it Duke City, is a conquistador. It's a little. He's got on his little helmet and his and a feather in it. He's literally a conquistador. Well, a lot of the conquistadors went straight to that area. Yeah, see, I'm old man. I got gray hair. Well, I'm in my 40s, so I couldn't even tell you really. I hear it's all about hustling, rapping. Fools are like boom, the homie, shout out to homie from Burke Records, homie from 18th Street. Like Burke Records is a good example. G Reach, and Switch, Kill Switch. They're all from different hoods. They're from, one of them from 18th Street, one of them's from Southside Locals, and his little brother Demons from TCK. Right? They're all from different hoods, but they're all they get together to rap. You know. But as far as the banging thing, yeah, I feel like I said, never left because of any ratting, because anything went down, because I didn't have a choice or anything like that. I just, after 18, 19, I started working more, because you realize at that age, either you're gonna have to commit crime or you're gonna have to work, but you're gonna have to do something, because there's nobody gonna pay your bill. At 17, 15, homies let you stay on the couch. My auntie still will give you $200, but once you get 19, 20, and motherfuckers realize you a grown man, and they got their own bills to pay and their own fucking shit to worry about. This is what I learned anyway. People ain't gonna pay your bills no more. They ain't gonna put you up no more. They'll do it once or twice. Yeah, you can stay on my couch, but that shit gets old quick, especially if you're paying the bills, going to work every day or hustling, and you got a homie over there sleeping on your couch, not doing shit. So you start to realize, I did anyway, at a young age, ain't nobody going to do shit for me. Nobody's going to put me up. Nobody's going to pay my bills. So that's why I had to make a choice at a young age. Either go headfirst into crime, which is, you guys know what I mean, walking around, either stealing cars if they're open, selling dope. You understand what I mean. You guys know what the criminal aspect of life. Well, some of you guys may or may not know. But if you've ever had to survive off of crime, period, it's every day you wake up, either you're slanging, you're gonna steal a car, like some way the bills got to get paid. You got to get your herb if you smoke, right? You got to have that car to get around it, and nothing's free, right? Let's be real, people. This is when it comes in, are you going to be someone sitting around the corner with nothing, literally fucking begging for $20 so you can get a 40, or, and then here's the other two choices. One, scrape up the pity party, go to work every day, and then you start drifting away from homies, the ones that ain't working, the ones that are banging, you know what I mean? And you start trying to, you got to get good night's rest if you got to go to work the next morning, so you're not partying. And you can't be hanging with the fellas all day. And when you're tired from working, you guys know that's kind of what happened to me. I just fell into, hey, I want a place, I want pocket money. Nobody's gonna pay my bills. My homies, they'll bang with me, they'll go out on the corner with me, but ain't one of them gonna give me $500. Here, homie, go pay your fucking rent. Hell no. That's where I separated from the gang. To be honest, is I realized with or without the gang, I gotta do for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with, if I'm with the set, I still got to hustle to make mines, and you got to pay taxes on top of it. Once you're an active member, you guys know what I'm talking about, of anything that's organized. They want fucking the right for you to bang that shit, even in Burke. It's no exception. Any neighborhood, San Juan, Varelas, they all collect from their youngsters, and it's just not something I could do on top of paying my bills. So I just separated. I'm just talking about the people that are asking if I'm from this hood, that hood. Everywhere is full of bums. You know what I mean? Look at Phoenix, the blue capital. Or if you guys watch that damn, it makes me wonder: is there any jobs, or they just don't want to work them? Because you look at a lot of cities. You go look at that Kensington. If you guys watch it on YouTube, it's always trending. That where the open air, what do they call it? Fentanyl market in Kensington, dirty. You know what I mean? Fools. That's where they have all them people standing around looking like zombie land. They're all like bent over, like you can't tell if they're awake or not, but they're like bent over and shit. Dirty. That's East Coast shit. Yeah, Cali's got some, and that's another place that's getting more and more wild. You know why? The rent going up, the pay pretty much staying the same, not getting much more. The law is getting harder, so people are just getting more diehard. I feel like these young Edgars and shit, they're quick. They pull triggers quicker than fuck. No, Boondock, not even. Say they have some neighborhoods that go back to the 1700s. Literally, Burke was founded in the late 1500s by the conquistadors. So even though they have a huge Sureño backing because their South Valley is huge, they have a lot of fools that came from Cali. And they got good numbers, like they hold their own in the Pinta and shit. There's neighborhoods that got few, some good, some serious heads. Like I always tripped out. Like Denver doesn't have as many like homegrown hoods. They're not as old. And like Phoenix, same thing. They have those two cities for some reason. Don't ask me why. I've always tripped out on these. Denver, Phoenix, even Salt Lake have a real big. No. I'm not dissing nobody. What's up, Machete? Anarchy. Don't ask me why, but they have a real big like black influencing. Like there's a lot of Bloods and a lot of Crips. Like they go back to the 80s. Albuquerque's like 85% Hispanic. They got one black neighborhood, as far as I know, that's just like a neighborhood for black folk. That's Pyru, Kirtland Air Force Base. Like around there, they have Kirktown Pyru, KTP, which is an old set that goes back to like the 80s, the Pyru, but it's from Cali, originally, but it's an old one, and they have their own hood. And that's it. That's it. That's the only. There's some Crips, like some rolling 40s and rolling 60s and some Bloods, but they're like scattered miscellaneous here and there from other neighborhoods, like Cali neighborhoods and shit. Like Colorado has some real like black neighborhoods, like some deep sets, and so does like Phoenix. They got like West Side City, Chocolate City, all kinds of Choco City Life, and a whole bunch. I think it has to do with the yeah, no doubt. See, Cali, I've always said this. One of the reasons why Cali influenced it, I was just watching a show on this the other day. It's so big. Now, also financially. Hey, same to you, Machete. I hope you have a good New Year's resolution. Drink a 30-pack instead of a 12-pack. Is because, and no one can argue this, and it's just facts. I'm not a hater. You know how some people are, oh, fuck Cali, I'm for this, for that. Like, nah. I was born from there. My people's is for, my dad was raised up Cali, fucking to the fullest. Played football there, loved it there. So my mom too, that's where they met. So I got nothing but love for him. Yep. See, I've been waiting for the homie from TSK from Too Sick to get back to me. Yep. I know all of those. See, and then TCK, they're ruthless. Like I hear now TCK got nothing but love, which is crazy because when I was a youngster, they were well hated. They were known to be like the number one most hated, right? People would tag them in crosshairs and be like, oh, everybody's against them, and everybody was like looking for TC. And now, lately, I guess the new generation told me they got like tattoo shops, they got all kinds of shit, smoke shops. They're just kind of like all over with everybody. Yep. Too Sick, TC, all. Yeah. All right. So you must be from Buke. But yeah, they got. I would say though, you know why I always say Sureño is one of the biggest sets, period, and I say in the United States, is because even though there's huge sets like Latin Kings or like some New York sets like Trinaterios, and then they even have like like little set, like Albuquerque's got some major, huge 1,000+ members. What do you call it? Homegrown sets like San Jose and Morelos. But the reason why I say Sureños is the biggest, not because of the numbers like they have in Albuquerque or maybe Phoenix, but the numbers that they have scattered. See, if you go to almost any little city in New Mexico, right? Go to Artesia, go to Las Cruces, go to Taos, go to Farmington, go to any of them, for real. You'll find anywhere from 1 to at least 20 Sureños. That's where they get their numbers. See, is the 2 or 3 and all, and same in Colorado. You go up to Colorado, right? And you go look like Greeley, right? And you go or Grand Junction. You know what I mean? And yeah, Southside, you got Southside San Juan. Yeah, they're 13, but I don't think they don't consider themselves Sureños. So they just hold it, I think, for the Mexican side. They don't back Sud with that shit. But anyway, though, and I think San Juan, like they have SJF, San Jose Familia, which is San Jose Southside got together. They used to beef. East Side and South Side San Ho used to beef when I was younger. My auntie and not my grandma lives in San Ho as we speak. She lives on John Street. So they used to beef real bad. They used to play, against each other, football and shit. And then they got into beefing, South Side and East Side San Ho. But then I heard they clicked up in the Pinta under SJF, I think, which was San Ho Familia. But back to what I was saying. So that's why I always say that Sur, and sometimes not really Norteños, but Sureños at least, is one of the biggest sets in the United States. Simply because you go to any state and they're in not only the big cities, but in the small ones too. You almost go to any city that's got, 10,000 people, 20,000 people. There's one fool from Cali and maybe two of his little cousins. Or there may be 3 brothers from LA, right? And I mean, I know specific ones in Artesia, in Las Cruces, in the matter of fact, down there in Artesia is where SF40s and all them fools are from. What's his name? SF40s. Roger that. SF40s, that guy with big old S's on his face, Francisco Dutchover, and all them from Nasty Boy Riders or Nasty Boy something. That's the name of their MB13 is the name of their gang. They're all, and this is like rural areas. We're talking like cities with only, 1,000 people. See, now that's what I've had this question many a times. Let me point this out real quick to people that are kind of questioning right now. So since the 1700s, 1760s, I believe it was, there was a settlement called San Jose something mission, right? Completely separate from the one in California. It's right east of Albuquerque. At the time in the 1700s, it wasn't part of Albuquerque. It was its own little village, farming village. But then they annexed it in with same that they did with Varela, same that they did with a lot of areas around Albuquerque. They were their own little Duranes. They were their own Los Griegos. They were their own villages. And then as the city grew, they annexed them into Albuquerque and it became part of Albuquerque. But see, one of those villages is San Jose, right? They called it that after the same guy of California, right? Saint Jose, right? He set up a mission. Right, everything in the Spanish culture is around missions, right? Around missions, around the saints. They were real big on the Catholicism thing, So there was an area on the east side, right off the mid east side of Albuquerque, called San Jose, right? And then it's split because it's like east side, and then there's a Daxton Street, I think, is what divides it, and then south side. And these guys this is their neighborhood, East Side San Jose, right? And South Side San Jose. And I know somebody maybe think, well, was North Side and West Side San Jose? Well, there just isn't one. It's an East Side village, and and it's got a fucking South under it, That's crazy. Good vibes. Because yeah, that's what I heard, which is great. That's a good thing. Unity, and I always thought it was like that because you guys know how Burke is. You can go to a party, and there's no reason why there would never be like two guys might show up in a car together. It might be 2 Westgaters, one fool from TCK, and another Southsider in the back of the car, and they're all cousins. It does really go down like that. Like there's parties where there's different fools, unless it really, it's not in the 90s they used to get a little more active, but. Like I have a video. You guys make sure you take a look at my video from Westgators, right? There's a dude in there named Stimp, right? Shout out to Stimp and Focus the Locust, right? One of them's from TC. Focus, I believe, is from TC, but he's rapping with all the Westgators, right? Because they're homies. It's hard to explain. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then there's a couple different little Norteño hoods around Albuquerque, Taos, and all the small towns too. And then 14th Street. Shout out Marijuano. Shit, who else I know from 14? Chuck Quez. The rapper Chuck Quez. He project Section 8 baby. He's always coming out with some good albums. He pretty much does his family thing now, but that's the other homie from 14. He's the one that actually gave me the okay to do 14th Street, give me to use the footage. him along with Frank Blasquez. That's my other buddy. I don't know if you guys ever watch. I recommend anybody out there watch Duke City Diaries. That's the homie right there. Very creative, good dude, Frank Blasquez. I always try to just tell him, come out with more stuff, come out with more stuff. But he's always busy, you know. He works for his own company and stuff. Yeah, so it's like right around the same time, something right around there. Yeah, yep. Chuck Case, yeah, he's the one. He's one of the few dudes that actually has my real number and hits me up because yeah, I did that. It was one of the first videos I did was 14th Street, and you know, I got his blessings and whatnot to do it, use his photos, and he just told me just cut my family out because you're putting it in, you know, audio shit, and there's a photo at a certain point, right? He's cut that out because I don't want that in there. It's my familia. I said, of course. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. They say because they say, yeah, yeah. That's what I've heard, bro. But you know how it is. But I just wanted to make sure, jump on here, connect with everybody, and let you guys know. You know, I'll let everybody do their familia thing as I'm going to do. Got a half hour in here. I just wanted to let everybody know. Like, I guess I always go ranting and raving. I like to conversate. I'm blunted, but you know, the way I say it like this is my only message for the year. The way we beat death, because we all gotta die, and we never know when we're gonna go. The best way to remedy that, if you will, the best medicine for that is life, living. Get up every day like it might be your last. Take that extra hit off that blunt. Have a beer. Go run around with the family. Call a family member you ain't talked to in a while. Just live. You know, when well spot, yeah, yo. I went ahead and made that correction like a fool. I made probably one of the biggest mistakes in life and said that Johnny Tapia was with Padilla because of a mistake that I made. A lot of people ran up on me and told me really the Padillas themselves were pushing that I needed to put him in that video because he was part of that family. And then you know, I made the correction because a lot of people were like, hold up, red light, hold up. That's gonna have to be Wells, homie. That's Wells born and bred. Him, Bones, Tapia, Johnny Tapia, Wells Park's finest. So rest in peace to Johnny Tapia. Another year without, you know, we used to love Johnny Tapia, man. Not just, I mean, when people knew him, you could catch him at Leo's. You know what I mean? You could catch him here or there around town. You know, he didn't consider himself above the people. He'd be at a bar drinking and partying like everybody, you know. So RIP to everybody that lost any loved ones this year. My man CJ. I know another year we all of us probably have lost loved ones in the past few years. It's been a rough few years with the COVID and, you know, trying to get back. Nothing will be the same. Get everything. I lost both my parents a few years back. You know, everybody goes through hard times. But like I said, the way we beat death is by living, enjoying life, laughing. You know, going out of our way to make every day like it's the last day out there. So you guys make sure you have a good one. You know, I'm going to continue with the videos. Like I said, I work for a living. I don't make get enough off of this to completely go ahead first and to give it all my time. But I try as a hobby, I try to make sure and give my opinion, give my videos on what I know. You know, just a little something for you guys to check into if you want to now and then. You know, always make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm going to keep those videos coming. You guys make sure and enjoy your night, huh? Have a happy new year. And prospero año. Hey, everybody in the chat, Machete, Brian, I'm happy to see you still up in here. See everybody up in here. You guys have a good night. I'm checking out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? My bad. One little last comment. I've been trying to. She's the one that got the video where they're wearing all that pink and all that. Yeah, yeah. I've been wanting to do it. I'm going to get back into, just to let you know. A lot of people been asking, especially artists, about the if I'm still going to be doing the reactions, the Southwest music reactions, and most definite. I'm going to get back into that too. Start adding more into that category, trying to get a little more of a platform for local artists and anyone else too. Any artists, you know, like I said, we doing with this interview with Bozo, see what type of things he has to bring to the table and whatnot. So you guys make sure and have a good night. Like I said, the way we beat death is laughter, living, life. Yeah, for sure. Amor, you guys, thanks for checking in with me. I appreciate every single one of you. And be honest with you, I'm going to keep it real. I like having a small amount of people in my lives, 10, 11, so I can read your comments, go back and forth, communicate with the people. It's too hard when you see guys got 100, 200 people going through. It's like you can't even, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's another spot that's going out of control with the sets. Oklahoma City, a lot of Sureños there. I hear a lot of Norteños are going. This world's crazy.